Few television dramas have created the same emotional connection as Little House on the Prairie. For many viewers, the series felt less like a scripted production and more like an invitation into a warm and familiar home. Week after week, audiences gathered around their televisions to watch the Ingalls family face hardship, celebrate victories, and support one another through difficult times on the American frontier. The series carried a comforting atmosphere, yet beneath the peaceful prairie scenery was a production filled with demanding schedules, emotional storylines, creative pressure, and fascinating behind-the-scenes moments. Over time, fans began discovering tiny details hidden within episodes, from subtle editing mistakes to surprising casting connections and real-life relationships between actors. Those discoveries only deepened the public's love for the show because they reminded viewers that real people worked tirelessly to create the magic seen on screen. Even decades after the final episode aired, conversations about the series continue across generations. What makes the show endure is not perfection, but humanity. The cast members brought genuine emotion into their performances, and the crew created a world that still feels alive today. That lasting emotional connection is why every hidden detail continues to fascinate loyal fans around the world. Prairie Memories. When Little House on the Prairie first premiered, nobody could have predicted how deeply it would resonate with audiences. Adapted from the beloved books written by Laura Ingalls Wilder, the series introduced viewers to frontier life through stories centered on resilience, kindness, and family unity. The simple setting of Walnut Grove became one of television's most recognizable fictional communities. Unlike many shows of the era, the series balanced warmth with realism. Episodes explored poverty, loneliness, disability, prejudice, and grief while still maintaining a hopeful spirit. Families appreciated that the stories carried emotional lessons without becoming overly cynical. Children admired Laura's adventurous nature, while adults connected with Charles and Caroline Ingalls as hardworking parents doing their best in uncertain times. The program quickly became one of television's strongest family dramas, earning awards recognition and widespread praise from viewers. What made the show special was its emotional honesty. Characters made mistakes, struggled with fear, and sometimes failed before finding strength again. That sincerity created loyalty among audiences that still exists decades later. Today, many people revisit the series not only for nostalgia, but because the themes remain timeless. The stories continue reminding viewers that compassion, perseverance, and connection matter in every generation, no matter how much society changes around them. Hidden television details. Every long-running television series eventually develops small production mistakes, and Little House on the Prairie was no exception. Fans who revisit episodes today often notice tiny details that escaped attention during the original broadcasts. Sometimes background objects appeared that did not belong in the historical setting. In other moments, hairstyles, costumes, or props changed unexpectedly between scenes. These subtle bloopers became part of the charm rather than a flaw because they revealed the human side of television production. During the 1970s and early 1980s, editing technology was far less advanced than it is today, meaning creators often worked under intense deadlines with limited opportunities to perfect every frame. Dedicated viewers have spent years carefully studying episodes and sharing discoveries online, turning these small moments into beloved pieces of television history. Some fans even enjoy rewatching episodes specifically to spot hidden mistakes they missed before. Instead of damaging the legacy of the series, these imperfections make the world of Walnut Grove feel more authentic and alive. They remind audiences that television was created by hardworking people managing difficult schedules, outdoor filming conditions, and emotional performances. The occasional unnoticed detail simply adds another layer to the experience, proving that even one of television's most cherished family dramas could not escape the realities of production life. Michael Landon's influence. Michael Landon was far more than the star of Little House on the Prairie. He served as the emotional center, creative force, and guiding personality behind much of the production. In addition to portraying Charles Ingalls, Landon directed, wrote, and produced numerous episodes throughout the series. That level of responsibility required remarkable energy and discipline, especially while maintaining a demanding acting schedule. Cast members often described him as charismatic, creative, and deeply committed to storytelling. He understood how to shape emotional scenes that connected strongly with audiences. Landon preferred stories that balanced heartbreak with hope, allowing viewers to experience both sadness and comfort within the same episode. His influence extended beyond scripts and performances because he also shaped the overall atmosphere on set. Younger cast members frequently viewed him as a mentor or father figure. At the same time, his strong leadership style occasionally created tension with colleagues who disagreed with certain creative or business decisions. Even so, there is little doubt that the series reflected Landon's personal vision in countless ways. His understanding of emotional storytelling helped transform a historical family drama into one of television's most memorable productions. Decades after his passing, audiences still associate his warmth, humor, and emotional sincerity with the spirit of Walnut Grove itself, proving how deeply connected he became to the identity of the show. Life behind the cameras. Although Little House on the Prairie appeared peaceful on screen, life behind the cameras could be physically exhausting for the cast and crew. Much of the series was filmed outdoors at Big Sky Ranch in California, where temperatures often became extremely hot during production. Actors wore heavy costumes made from thick materials that reflected the clothing styles of the 19th century. Long dresses, petticoats, boots, suspenders, and layered fabrics became difficult to endure during summer filming days. Cast members occasionally struggled with heat exhaustion while performing emotional scenes under bright sunlight. Despite these challenges, production schedules remained intense because television filming moved quickly. Children working on the series also had to balance school requirements with acting responsibilities. The younger performers spent countless hours memorizing lines, rehearsing scenes, and waiting between takes while adults managed complicated technical setups nearby. Even simple scenes required patience because outdoor conditions constantly changed. Dust, wind, lighting, and weather all affected filming. Yet the cast maintained close relationships through those demanding years. Many actors later described the set as feeling like an extended family, especially during long shooting periods. Shared hardships created strong bonds between performers and crew members alike. Looking back today, audiences often see only the beauty of Walnut Grove, but behind every peaceful prairie scene was a hard-working team dedicated to bringing emotional stories to life under difficult and unpredictable conditions. Melissa Gilbert's journey. Melissa Gilbert grew up in front of millions of viewers while portraying Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie. What began as a childhood acting role eventually became one of television's most iconic performances. Gilbert started the series at a young age and matured alongside her character over nearly a decade of filming. Audiences watched Laura evolve from a spirited little girl into a confident young woman navigating marriage, responsibility, and adulthood. That growth created a unique emotional connection between Gilbert and viewers because many people felt as though they were witnessing a real family member grow up on screen. Off-camera, however, balancing adolescence with fame was not always easy. Gilbert faced the pressures of long working hours, public attention, and emotional storylines during formative years of her life. She also formed deep relationships with cast members, particularly with Michael Landon, whom she admired greatly. Over time, personal events and changes within the cast affected those relationships in complicated ways. Despite challenges, Gilbert remained one of the emotional anchors of the series throughout its run. Her natural performances helped audiences connect deeply with Laura's curiosity, courage, and vulnerability. Even decades later, many viewers still associate Gilbert with the warmth and determination of the beloved frontier heroine she portrayed, demonstrating how powerfully her work shaped the identity and emotional legacy of the series. Romance on screen. As Melissa Gilbert matured during the later seasons of Little House on the Prairie, Laura's romantic storyline with Almanzo Wilder introduced a new emotional chapter for the series. Audiences enjoyed watching Laura transition from adventurous girlhood into young adulthood, yet filming romantic scenes created understandable nervousness for the teenage actress. Dean Butler, who portrayed Almanzo, was older and more experienced professionally, while Gilbert was still navigating adolescence during production. Simple scenes involving affection or emotional intimacy sometimes felt awkward for the young actress, especially because millions of viewers would eventually watch those moments unfold on screen. Despite the discomfort that occasionally accompanied filming romantic sequences, the relationship between Laura and Almanzo became one of the show's most beloved storylines. Their courtship reflected themes of growth, trust, and maturity that resonated strongly with audiences. The transition also mirrored the broader evolution of the series itself, as Walnut Grove's younger generation entered adulthood. Gilbert's honest performances allowed viewers to believe deeply in Laura's emotional journey, despite her real-life nervousness behind the scenes. Looking back today, fans appreciate how naturally the romance developed over time, without abandoning the emotional innocence that defined the spirit of the show. Laura and Almanzo's relationship remains a cherished part of the series because it balanced youthful tenderness with emotional sincerity and warmth. Jason Bateman's early role. Before becoming an acclaimed actor and director, Jason Bateman appeared on Little House on the Prairie as James Cooper Ingalls. Joining such an established production could have been intimidating for a young performer, but Bateman later described the set as welcoming and family-oriented. By the early 1980s, the cast and crew had spent years working together, creating a comfortable environment for newcomers. Bateman quickly became part of that atmosphere while learning valuable lessons from experienced actors and directors around him. He especially admired Michael Landon, whose confidence and charisma left a strong impression on younger cast members. Landon's ability to direct scenes while simultaneously acting demonstrated professionalism that Bateman later carried into his own successful directing career. Even in a relatively early role, Bateman displayed the natural screen presence and emotional instincts that would eventually define his future work in television and film. Fans enjoy revisiting those later seasons because they recognize familiar faces before major fame arrived. His appearance also highlights how influential the Little House production became within Hollywood. Many young performers gained valuable experience while working on the series, learning storytelling techniques and production discipline from seasoned professionals. Bateman's memories of the show reflect the supportive atmosphere that helped shape several successful entertainment careers beyond Walnut Grove itself. The end of Walnut Grove. When Little House on the Prairie finally reached its conclusion, the farewell became one of television's most unforgettable endings. Rather than quietly ending production, Michael Landon chose a dramatic, symbolic conclusion for Walnut Grove. In the final television movie, the residents destroyed the town rather than allow it to be controlled by outside forces. What shocked many viewers even more was that the destruction involved real explosions rather than visual effects. The actual set built for the series was demolished during filming. Landon believed the story deserved a definitive ending instead of leaving the town abandoned or available for unrelated productions later. The decision reflected his emotional connection to the series and his desire to close that chapter completely. For fans, the scenes carried powerful emotional weight because Walnut Grove represented far more than wooden buildings. It symbolized years of family memories, emotional lessons, and shared television experiences. Watching the town disappear felt like saying goodbye to a familiar home. Some viewers found the ending heartbreaking, while others admired the bold symbolism behind it. Decades later, people still discuss the dramatic farewell because it captured the emotional finality of a beloved series ending permanently. The destruction of Walnut Grove became television history, ensuring the conclusion remained just as memorable as the stories that had filled the prairie for nearly a decade. Michael Landon's legacy. Even decades after his passing, Michael Landon remains deeply associated with classic family television. Through productions like Little House on the Prairie and Highway to Heaven, he developed a storytelling style rooted in emotional sincerity and hope. Landon understood how to connect with audiences through simple but meaningful human experiences. His characters often represented compassion, resilience, and moral courage during difficult times. Off-screen, however, he was also a complicated individual, managing personal struggles, professional responsibilities, and public attention. Friends and colleagues described him as charismatic, hardworking, and emotionally intense. Like many creative figures, he balanced admirable qualities with personal imperfections. Yet his impact on television storytelling remains undeniable. He helped shape an era where family-centered dramas could address serious themes without losing warmth or optimism. Younger actors frequently remembered him as a mentor who encouraged confidence and professionalism. Audiences still revisit his work because the emotional honesty within his storytelling continues feeling timeless. Landon's productions emphasized empathy, forgiveness, and emotional connection at a time when television increasingly embraced cynicism or spectacle. That human-centered approach explains why his work still resonates strongly today. While generations change and entertainment evolves, the emotional spirit Landon brought into his storytelling continues influencing how audiences remember the enduring world of Walnut Grove and the families who lived there.